There is a door between you and the life you were meant to live. You feel it, don't you? That solid, imposing barrier of circumstance, of past failures, of current limitations. It seems real. It seems locked. It seems final. But I am here to tell you that you have been deceived. The lock you see is an illusion. The door itself is a test. And in your hands, right now, you hold the one instrument, the one master key, crafted for the sole purpose of opening it. That key is your mind. Not just your thoughts. Not just your intelligence. Your entire mental capacity, the conscious and the subconscious, the logical and the emotional, the will and the imagination, forged into a single, unstoppable tool of creation. Most people spend their entire lives rattling the doorknob, begging for it to open, trying to pick the lock with borrowed tools. They never realize the key was in their possession all along. They die in the antechamber of their potential, never understanding that the door was never meant to keep them out, but to prove they were worthy of what lay beyond by demanding they discover their own power to unlock it. This key is not a passive object. It is not a wish. It is a force of nature waiting for a command. Think of the greatest minds, the greatest builders in history. Leonardo da Vinci did not have a door labeled Renaissance Man that he simply walked through. He used the master key of his mind to envision, to design, to create realities that did not exist before him. He looked at a blank page and saw the helicopter, the submarine, the perfect human form. He turned the key, and the door of impossibility swung open. Thomas Edison did not stumble upon the light bulb. He wielded his mind as a key with such relentless focus that he endured 10,000 attempts that others called failures, but he called education. He understood that each failed attempt was not the key breaking. It was simply learning the precise tumblers of the lock. He was not trying to create a light bulb. He was, with unwavering certainty, unlocking the secret of electric light. Your life, right now, is a testament to the doors you have already subconsciously chosen to unlock. The question is, have you been choosing doors of mediocrity, of comfort, of fear? Or have you been staring at the massive, ornate, intimidating door at the end of the hall, the one marked extraordinary life, and convinced yourself you lost the key? The first step in using any key is to see the lock with absolute clarity. You cannot fit a key into a blur. This is where most fail. They have a vague desire for success or happiness, a foggy notion of a better life. This is like trying to unlock a specific door in a pitch-black hallway. You fumble, you guess, you grow frustrated and give up. You must shine the light of your intention on the exact door you wish to open. What does the grain of the wood look like? What is the shape of the brass handle? What lies on the other side? In such vivid detail that you can feel the temperature change when you think about it. This is what Napoleon Hill called your definite chief aim. It is not a New Year's resolution. It is a blueprint. It is the precise identification of the lock you are meant to engage. You must write this down. You must etch it into the neural pathways of your brain with such specificity that it becomes more real to you than the room you are currently sitting in. This clarity is the first act of turning the key. The moment you define the door, the key in your hand begins to orient itself, to align with the hidden tumblers of reality. But a key is useless without the force to turn it. That force is belief, not a casual hope, not a fragile "I think I can." I am talking about the unshakable, non-negotiable, bone-deep conviction that the door will open because you hold the master key and you are worthy of its power. This is the point where the body and mind synchronize. This is where thought becomes physics. When Roger Bannister decided to break the 4-minute mile, every scientist, every athlete, every logical mind said it was impossible. The human body would break. It was a biological lock that could not be picked. But Bannister held a different belief. He saw the door, and he knew his mind was the key. He didn't just train his body, he programmed his mind with the certainty of the outcome. He turned the key with such absolute faith that on May 6, 1954, the impossible door swung open. And what happened? Within 2 years, dozens of runners did the same. The lock didn't change. The universal law didn't change. They simply saw Bannister use his key, and they realized they held the same one. Your belief is the torque. It is the applied pressure that transforms potential into kinetic energy. Doubt is the rust that seizes the mechanism. Your sole purpose is to pour the oil of relentless affirmation and visual proof onto your belief until it moves with effortless, silent power. Now, you have identified the lock. You have applied the force of belief. But a key must be cut to a specific code. The ridges and valleys on your key are your habits, your disciplines, your daily routines. A key with smooth, generic teeth opens nothing. You must become a master locksmith of your own character. You must file away the dull edges of procrastination. You must deepen the grooves of focused action. You must polish the surface with continuous learning. Every book you read, every skill you acquire, every moment of discipline when you choose the hard right over the easy wrong, this is you cutting your key to a finer, more precise code. The lock on the door to greatness is infinitely complex. It requires a key of equal complexity. You cannot open the door to a multimillion-dollar enterprise with the simple key of an employee's mindset. You cannot open the door to profound spiritual peace with the key of rampant materialism. You must forge the instrument in the fires of your daily actions. Look at your day. What are you doing right now that is cutting a new ridge into your key? Or are you simply rubbing the same old, worn-down teeth, hoping that this time, against all logic, they will magically fit a new and more ambitious lock? The final and most misunderstood part of this process is the surrender. Once the key is fully engaged and the torque of belief is applied, you must let the mechanism work. You do not stand at the door, jiggling the key frantically, screaming at the lock. You apply the force, and then you trust the internal tumblers to fall into place. This is the realm of your subconscious mind. This is where your definite chief aim, fueled by burning belief and polished by disciplined action, is handed over to the infinite intelligence within you. This is when you move through your day with a quiet certainty, knowing the door is opening even if you cannot yet see it move. You are taking action, but not forced, frantic action. You are moving with a sense of guided purpose, alert to the opportunities, the people, the ideas that appear as the door begins to swing inward. This is the stage of inspired action. It is not inaction. It is the most powerful form of action there is, action that is in harmony with the universal laws you have set in motion. You are no longer trying to break the door down. You are allowing it to open for you because you have proven, through your clarity, your belief, and your discipline, that you possess the master key. Look down at your hands. Feel the weight of it. Cold, hard, real. This key was forged in the fires of creation, and it was given to you, and you alone. There are no duplicates. The doors you see around you, the door to financial freedom, the door to vibrant health, the door to profound love, the door to a legacy that outlives you, are not there to mock you. They are there to be opened. The world is not a prison of locked doors. It is a palace of infinite rooms, and you are the master locksmith. Stop rattling the doorknobs. Stop begging for someone else to open it for you. Stop pretending you are a prisoner. Take your key. Find the door that calls to your soul. Insert the key. Feel the perfect fit. And with all the conviction you can muster, turn it.